Nate's over there looking super fucking serious.
That's his sexy face.
Oh wait, I think he's frozen. Actually. Yeah, you eat those wings. Take that meat right off the bone. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
We're fucking thorough in this household. It reminds me of all the like pictures of like people will show like, oh, I demolished these wings, and they literally take a fucking bite out of them. It's just like, nah.
Nate is a man who loves his wings.
I have eaten many wings in your place, Rick. I know that.
Who hasn't had Rick's wang in his mouth? I mean wings, not wang.
Yes, I've had Rick's wang with many creamy sauces on it.
Of course.
My favorite is whenever it's garlic parmesan.
Which, to be honest, that sounds fucking awesome.
And my creamy sauce in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
New podcast idea. Fat guy critiques his podcast friends' food.
I like it.
I'd actually maybe listen to it.
All right. On today's episode, we've got Dungeon Daddy Rick eating spaghetti noodles with probably just fucking butter because he's a heathen. Nate's over there sucking on some bone.
So, we ready to do some intros?
This feels like a fucking school project. Like, go around the room and introduce yourself, but it's every fucking week.
Every other week, sir. Get it right.
It's all the same.
So, who wants to go first?
We're all children.
I mean, yes. Have you met us?
Hmm.
That sounds like Gil wants to go first.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something. I can't come up with anything right now. I was going to try and make a joke about there not being any red fish and how my name is Gillish. Like the one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I too have Gil. The end.
That was quite possibly the worst introduction ever. Oh, amazing.
Sue these nuts, Dr. Seuss.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Romanos, are you ready with an introduction?
Let's see.
We've already set the bar very low for the night, so
All right. Well, I might set it lower here. So I'm Nate, and I play Romanos. As I myself here sit here and eat wings, Romanos likes to go around and get them blings, boy.
Jesus.
Boy.
Oh, I
Gotta
didn't
add the
think
boy
bar
on
could get lower. I didn't think the bar could get lower, but
It really could. It really could.
oh, I'm so proud right now. All right, who's next?
The ship was a mimic, and it was quite a shock. Dungeon Daddy Rick froze. And then he looked up.
We ended up at the dock.
Hey!
There you go. There's
That's
your
my intro.
You have to-
Dual
you have to say the
intros.
whole thing. You have to say the
Was it-
whole thing.
No,
I
we
don't-
tag teamed like
Yeah, it was that's
yeah.
for both of us.
like Randy
Right.
Savage and Hulk Hogan.
But what about Nature Boy Ric Flair?
Nope.
Woo! I'm Athos, and this is fine. I don't have a clever rhyme.
Has to be a haiku then.
Oh shit. Athos here. We went away from the Mick. Now to the duck.
Wow.
The
All
fact
right.
that you remember how to do a haiku halfway already impresses me.
All right, Jonas.
Totally forgot about
Nice.
intros, but the top of my head. So I'm Jonas, and last time things got weird. You might even say water weird.
That'll work. I honestly thought you were just going to stop at things got weird. I mean, you know. So last time you guys managed to escape from the surprise ship mimic. And where did Jonas go?
Question, did we get to rest a little bit or no?
Absolutely not.
Are we just no, fuck
Yeah,
us.
you guys-
Okay.
Rick's
Yeah,
like
you
after
guys-
the Rick's like after those intros. Fuck no, you guys didn't rest for shit.
You guys actually have 6
yeah,
levels of
fuck us.
exhaustion. 1 away from dying after that. Yeah. No, you guys definitely
Make us do charisma saving throws to make an ass of ourselves here in town. How about that?
Well, you know, it's possible. So anyway, yeah. There was the surprise ship that was actually a mimic. The hags escaped again for the second or third time. That face though. The sheer panic. It's delicious.
Ah!
And you guys managed to get away from the ship mimic with a little bit of help from Jonas's water weird. And you all find yourself now docked in the capital city of New Alexandria, Athenian,
That sounds made up.
vaguely. But
I'm
also,
sorry, you said Athenium? What the fuck?
Like infinity,
but was it
infinium. I think I can help you
No.
with this whole
in at the end?
Athenian. I think I can help you with this whole pan situation.
Yes.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I see anything sketchy as we're getting off this boat.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going first or not, but I'm taking lead this session. I'm the boss.
The mouse.
I rolled a
I'm
17
Jimmy. I'm the boss.
plus a perception of 0, so
Beautiful.
17.
So you do notice that stoned as fuck Nikolas is covered in mimic slime.
I'm pretty sure mimic slime is like digestive fluid.
Yeah, but I mean he's a rock, so
I mean, you could put a rock in digestive fluid and it'll digest eventually.
eventually. But
We
you
should,
know,
we should probably spray him down.
you could say he's like a rock.
Like a rock. Oh, like a rock.
That's your real intro right there.
Bob Seger's gonna sue the shit out of me. Is Bob Seger alive still? I don't even know.
Probably not, but I mean,
if he wasn't gonna sue me before, he's gonna sue me now.
like he's definitely dead, right? Nah, it's sued, you motherfucker.
Okay, you go ahead and continue. I'm gonna Google and find out.
So, Gooey Rock Nikolas is just chilling out at the edge of the ship. What are you guys doing with him? As you guys are starting to like get ready to leave the ship, Uhu Java is like, "Hey, you know, your friend was okay, but I really don't want him as a permanent decoration. So you guys need to take him with you.
Well, do you have a chisel?
Do you want to kill him?
Oh, I thought he was permanently stuck or something like that.
No. He's just stoned.
Do you have a furniture mover dolly?
Yeah, we got to get like a crane or something here because this
Like we could get like a little rolly platform and then tie it to Romanos, and he's half horse, so he should be able just to pull it. Also, I said horse, not whore, but it came out whore. But also, he may be half whore too, so I don't know.
He might be.
I am a man of God, and you would be correct.
I was gonna say it's Aries. I'm pretty sure it's a little different.
Aries fucks. Okay.
Exactly.
Aries definitely fucks.
I don't have a dolly, but you guys have a little bit of time. I'll give you until the morning.
Okay, so we got to figure out how to get him off. Giggity. Well, I guess. Does the guy Uba Java have a like a actual ramp just going down from his boat down to the dock?
I love how his name gets just like more and more ridiculous every time.
Yes. So he has a ramp going down. Okay.
Yeah.
So I look over at Gil and I'm just like, well, you gonna help me, or who's gonna help me get our boy out of here?
So, fun fact: when you're petrified in 5th edition, your weight increases by 10 times, and Minotaurs weigh approximately 500 pounds. So he is now like 2.5 tons.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay. I
it's
guess
a good
we
thing
have
you're a
to.
horse,
Yeah, you should be fine.
or at least a pony.
I hate fucking Zach. God damn it.
Can I polymorph a stone person?
Maybe.
Can I dimension?
They
door
might have
and
to stay
shove him
stone,
through?
but they could polymorph him into a like a rat or something. Could you polymorph him into a rat?
Let me.
That's a great question, because then he would only weigh like 500 pounds.
Not even that. It'd be like 50, maybe at the most.
Listen, I don't know what kind
I mean,
of
if he
rats
was
you've
a-
seen.
Because if he was a rat, wouldn't he just be normal rat weight? I don't think they stay the same weight, do they? Oh,
Well,
no, they
we're
do,
going
they do,
by.
no, they
So
do, they
if the
do.
rat would like, let's say the rat weighs like at most 5 pounds, right?
Well, no, okay, so I forgot because that was something like you stay the same weight because you could be polymorphed, like a dragon could polymorph into a cat, but if it's
That's
on a tin roof, it's still gonna like collapse it.
That's some horse shit.
Okay, so that doesn't help. What if I shatter him?
He would die.
Damn.
I look over at Gil and I'm just like, you are not going to be taking one of probably my only friend off of this world.
What if I
Also-
put a dimension door and we push him through the dimension door to where he's at least off the ship? Is he
Okay,
considered?
so, well-
Is he considered an object
Yes.
now that he's stone? Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
polymorph
can't.
wouldn't work. Yeah, I was just reading that.
Well, I can't dimension door him either because
Oh,
you
really?
can only take something that you can carry, and I can't carry 5,000 pounds. But I
Hmm.
could have done 500 feet, so I could just dimension door and be like that tavern over there, and then just fuck you guys.
Anyway, Athos, you know that you are very near to the temple, as you mentioned earlier. And as you guys are kind of discussing how to deal with the Nikolas problem, your owl leaves his perch on your shoulder and takes off.
Bye bye, birdie.
I hope he comes back.
I mean, roll an
Do
insight.
we all see this happen?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a bronze owl. It's not very quiet.
I also
Alright.
hope he comes back.
Oh, come on, guys. He always comes back. He's just going. He probably is like smelling some fucking other owl. So let him
Or, you
go
know,
for a sec.
6.
Bronze mice. You can roll with advantage. It's
Okay.
an Athenian creature.
11.
Okay. I mean, you can only imagine that he's probably going to the temple.
I'll have to get him after we get our buddy off the ship. Unless you want to go to follow him first and then figure out the Nikolas situation. But
Or, I mean, you could always go to the temple and then meet up with them later.
I could. Yeah, I'm going to follow my owl. I'll be back later. If you figure out Nikolas before I get back, I'll be at the Temple of Athena.
I'm also going to the Temple of Athena because that sounds fun.
Okay, so Romanos and Jonas, you guys are left to deal with Nikolas. So,
Well, I'm just glad the annoying one is gone.
Yeah, Athos.
Oh, I assumed you had left. Actually, I don't care if you've left. I'll just say it out loud anyway.
So we're gonna follow Athos and Gil for just a minute. Do you make your way through the city? It takes quite a while. Like this is gonna take a few hours because this is the capital of New Alexandria. This is a massive city. You guys docked fairly late in the afternoon, or not afternoon, like late in the morning. It is like mid-afternoon by the time you make it to the temple. You ascend the steps, and the two, they're not really guards. These two women with spears, they kind of serve as guards, but they're not like there to stop anyone necessarily. They greet you, Athos, and they say, welcome, sister. What brings you to the temple?
I got a call from Athena and I'm following my owl.
Ah, yes. He's already been here. I see.
May I enter?
Of course.
Thank you. I enter.
Do you enter? Do you do it entering?
I do. I'm not asking if Gil can enter because he can defend his own honor and worth.
Can
I don't
he?
have any honor or worth.
Don't say that in front of the
That's-
guards.
That's my whole backstory.
Worthless, no honor.
It's funny though, because like you were like, when she was when Athos was like, "Can I enter?" or whatever, and the guard was like, "Yes, you may," and then like you like stopped and you went, "Actually, my supervisor says no."
So, Athos, you enter. Gil, the two attendees kind of give you a funny look, and they say, the Temple of Dionysus is that way, if you're interested.
Perfect. I'm going there, I guess.
They're like, I mean, you're more than welcome to come in, but you just don't.
No,
Look.
I see how it is. Racist.
Oh no, we actually have many satyrs.
Nope. As I walk off,
And roll a perception check, Gil.
I don't percept whatever the fuck it is because it's a 2.
I mean, even with a 2, you definitely hear like cloven footsteps coming from within the temple, but you're just like, I don't even know. That's fucking weird.
There's lots of people with clove feet in this world.
At least 2.
I wander off. I'm not actually going to go to the Temple of Dionysus, though. I'm just going to hang out outside until Athos comes back outside. Maybe
Yeah.
hide somewhere conspicuously where I can drink
Yeah.
from my mead horn and just hang out.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely not helping with anything that's important right now.
You definitely see a few satyrs come walking out of the temple. And Athos, as you go inside, you see that there are just a lot of priestesses milling about, going about their daily tasks. And you see that there is one woman who seems to be possibly like the head of the temple, who is nearest to the massive 30-foot statue of Athena.
Do I see my owl?
Yeah, he's just chilling. Like
Okay,
on the little toe of Athena.
Okay. Well, I'll go up to him and like nod at him and acknowledge that I see him there because we have that kind of relationship where I think
Right.
he'll judge me and be offended if I don't. And then I would like to speak to the lady in charge.
Okay.
Be like, hello, I'm answering a call to come here.
So she says, well, it was not I who called you, but the goddess.
Of course. But can you provide me guidance
She says,
or insight?
She says, well, I do not know the will of the goddess, but I would advise you to take some time and pray and see if she grants you any wisdom.
Will you pray with me?
She says, absolutely.
I reach out my hands and we hold hands and we pray to Athena. O goddess Athena, the wisest in all the land, please grant me some of your wisdom as to what my next move should be.
All right. And with that, we'll cut back to the moving crew. So, Romanos and Jonas, what are you guys doing? How are you guys getting him off of the ship?
I'm imagining it being a large port city.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't it stand to reason that there are some docks equipped with like a hoist or a crane for lifting cargo off and on? So I guess I would probably be looking for maybe a bigger dock or just
Same
see if we
with
could look
that.
around and find something like that.
Yep.
So you look around and you can see that there probably are some other ones that might be better equipped, but Uvujavar has already fucked off to the tavern.
He's already gone.
Yep.
To the tavern. Cool.
But
Well,
did he leave the keys though in the boat?
It's Stick, and Romanos can't drive Stick.
Damn it.
It's the manual ship.
But Romanos would be perfect for manual because he's got multiple feet.
So does everyone in the party.
Like more than two.
Yeah, but the back ones can't reach.
That's quitters talk.
So, Jonas, while you can see that would probably be possible, you guys do not know how to drive this ship, and there are also only two of you, so you don't feel like you'd be able to actually properly, even if you know Uber driver wouldn't be pissed. You're just like, we don't know how to do this, especially with just the two of us.
so I've made peace with the fact that I probably can't figure out how to drive the boat before he can come back. Well,
Jonas, roll an insight check, and I'll let you roll with advantage.
I've got an 11 and a 4, so that would be an 11.
So, as someone who spent the majority of their lives in and around water, you know that water tends to make it easier to lift things. And you know that you are able to summon creatures made of water.
Oof. How long has it been since we left the water weird?
I mean, you guys had a long rest. Okay.
To summon another water boy.
Would that use
So-
all of your charges?
Yes. Every last one.
Okay.
Question.
No.
Yes.
Hmm.
I just kind of thought of something. If Romanos would cast Water Walk onto Nikolas here, would that make it to where we could move him from underneath the water?
Doesn't it say a willing creature?
Yeah, it has to be a willing creature, so yeah, guess not.
He is an object. But, I mean, I like where your head's at.
On your shoulders.
And on that.
All right, well, I'm also going to be looking around though, as just seeing if there's any like cabin boys who might be able to, or like cranes that are mobile, just be able to fish the freaking thing out of there.
So you don't
once
see any mobile cranes. You do see what look to be like a small group of cabin boys. They kind of look like they might be from different ships. They don't look anything alike. It's just kind of a motley group of different races, different uniforms, things like that. But having been around a lot of different people, you would say they're all like early teens, roughly.
How many of them are there?
We'll say 5.
Okay. Ooh, child labor. Let's see. This reminds me of home, getting the children to actually dig the trenches and contribute to the war effort.
Push the petrified Minotaurs.
Exactly. So I get off the ship and I go over to them to just be like, "Hey, boys,
And
you guys looking to make a quick little gold coin here?"
And one of them turns to look at you, who is kind of a scrawny half orc for a half orc, and he just says, yeah, what do you want?
Well, I got a proposition for you.
Oh,
you could-
no, thank you, sorry, no.
Not that kind of proposition. Not that kind of proposition.
Well, maybe you should start your sentences right.
Search my sense. You insolent little shit. Listen to what I'm about to say. All right. Do you want to make some money pushing a rock into the water?
I push rocks into the water all day. Yeah, okay.
Okay. All 5 of you and your buddies see that rock up on the front point of that ship right there? It needs to go in the
one that looks
water.
like a guy?
Yes. Yes. That needs to go in the water.
Wouldn't that
Like,
kill him?
Not based on what we're doing. So I also need one of you guys to go fetch some ropes, the thickest you can find from the tools that you guys have to your disposal.
So as you say that, one of the other ones just kind of like looks around and he's like, yeah, we're at a dock. There's lots of rope, man.
We'll grab some of it and come over here.
But it's like on your ship.
Fine. Use some of the ropes on my ship. I'm saying get some extras.
Oh, gotcha. Get your rope. I got it. Cool.
Oh my god.
And with that, we're gonna cut back to Gil. Gil, what are you doing?
Well, I'm still scoping out the Athena arena, as I'm going to start calling it. The arena o Athena. Do I notice anything fun?
This is fun.
I'm trying to decide if I want to look for stuff that's suspicious or if I want to try and find something fun or what I should do, because I have a feeling I don't want to go in there.
Roll an insight check.
11.
So you notice that you keep seeing the same satyr lady going in and out of the temple. Like you've seen a few other satyrs, but this one lady just keeps going back in and out of the temple.
Does she have like any distinguishing features, or is it just like I'm just like, oh, that's the same person?
I mean, she doesn't look all that special, just regular satyr lady.
Okay, well, not interested then.
But you're just like, oh, I mean,
She's not like 8 foot tall
same.
with a purple arm.
And a purple eye.
I guess I'll just like clop up there and be like, "What's up?"
She's like, oh, yeah, I'm just working. What's up with you?
You an Athena worshiper?
I mean, I'm just here to work.
Yeah, my friend's an Athena worshiper. Yeah, you may have seen him go in there. Big lion person.
Yeah. She's pretty hard to miss.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah, they're my friend. Not to like name drop or anything. They're pretty chill.
What did you say her name was?
Athos. Athos, yeah. Athos Onassis.
That sounds kind of made up.
No. Now Romanos, that guy, he's made up. No.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've never met a Romanos.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't meet him. He's annoying. But Athos is pretty cool.
I should be able to sense this conversation.
So what do you do for work? Like, what's your job? Like, what are you doing?
Well, I deliver packages mostly.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're gonna go back to Athos now.
Come on, you walked right into that. You fucking walked right into that one.
Jeez. All right, so Athos, as you are offering your prayer to Athena, you black out. Like, it's a very familiar kind of blackout at this point. And when you come to, you are surrounded by temple attendees, and the high priestess says, "You are a seer."
I am.
She says, "The goddess spoke, and she's in trouble."
Oh, what did she say?
Well, it's hard to relate, but I fear the worst. I fear that Olympus is under attack.
Well, do you think we can help? I don't know if we're up to the likes of the gods.
She says, well, it is not up to us to decide. She just says, we must do as the goddess requires.
Of course.
And she says,
So, I don't remember any of that. It's all just blank for me. need you to fill me in.
She says, I would be better if I wrote it down.
That would be great. Awesome.
So you see, she kind of walks off to grab a scroll and a writing instrument, and returns after a few minutes and puts the scroll into the owl's mouth. Like as she approaches, he just opens his mouth and she puts the scroll inside and says, I would recommend that you go to the library. I think that you will need to do some research before you leave on this quest.
Ooh, all right. I'm not very good at reading, but I can try.
She
Thank
says,
you so much.
She says, I'm sure the goddess will aid you.
I sure hope so. I believe it. I thank her for her time, and then I'm gonna go and see if I can find Gil outside.
Oh, he's right outside. He is.
Oh, okay, perfect.
He's clearly making this satyr woman mildly uncomfortable.
Okay.
Just trying
I'm
to
gonna-
get in on this package delivery service here.
I'm gonna walk out and be like, Gil, what did have we ever talked about objectifying women and how you're not supposed to do it?
I
Or
don't
do we
know.
need to have that talk?
Athos, hey man, this is what I was talking about.
We only believe in objectifying Nikolas.
That's it.
Listen,
He's the only one.
Athos's little barred brain can't make sense of the word objectify.
Gil?
Gil, yes. See, I'm so dumbstruck. I'm just like, objectify. I am Athos now. Listen to me roar.
Gil's all twit.
Gil, come on, we gotta go to the library. You can learn what objectify means.
Isn't that where they keep all the books?
Yep, come on.
And the satyr woman says, oh, actually, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah, I love to read. Let's go to the library.
Gil is actually Tim Allen.
I'm totally down to hang out with Athos at the library and read books, even though my wisdom is a 10, which means I probably don't read very many books. Oh. Hey, my charisma's a 20 though, so
So, Athos, are you headed straight to the library or are you going back to the ship?
Yeah, we should probably tell the other guys because I did tell them to meet me at the temple and now we're changing locations. That would not be a wise thing to do.
I could send
Yeah.
them a message and then we could just go to the library and not have to worry about going back to the ship and also worry about having to move Nikolas.
Oh, Gil, my magical little friend. I forgot you can do stuff like that. Sure, send him a message.
Yeah, see, I'm important sometimes.
Mildly.
Oh, wait. It's not message. Message is the one where you have to be able to see them. Never mind.
Feel like Gil is like, yeah, I'll send them a message, but also we should just go talk to them just to make sure they get the message.
Yeah, let's make sure that they got it. I could just like walk until I'm like around the corner from the ship to where I can see them and then point at them and give them the message and then we can leave.
Which is basically the exact same as walking to them and just telling them.
Yeah, but but if they don't see me, then they can't. I could be like, this is a magical message. I'm not anywhere nearby.
Miles and miles away.
Or I guess we could just go help them. But that sounds boring. Can I just cast feign death on myself so I don't have to do anything?
Sure. I'll allow it. All right.
We're going to go back
So
to our friend.
Athos, as you and Gil arrive back at Uvujavar's ship, you see that Romanos has commandeered 5 teens who are trying to like tie up the Nikolas statue, and it is going very poorly.
But do they have teen spirit?
Yeah, and it smells like it too.
It does smell? Okay, good. That was my follow-up question. Gil,
The
I
entire
guess
time I'm just like,
we
oh
could
my
maybe
god,
help
why
them.
did I? Is this the best help we can get? My god.
Actually, let's just sit and watch them suffer for a minute from afar, and then we'll go help them.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea better. We
Not
could
for too
give-
long, but
I mean, I could give Nate. I could cast enhance ability on him and make him a little bit stronger. But you know what? I'm not going to.
You could also do that to one of the teens.
Yeah, but I feel like Romanos is the one that I need to be trying to woo over here, not the random street punks that I could probably wow just by talking to them with my big fancy words, like objectify.
Which you absolutely know what that means. Well, I mean, you have a 14 intelligence, so you know what it means. But could you use it properly in a sentence? Maybe.
Sometimes I like to use big words so that I sound more objectify.
Excellent. All right. So, Jonas, Romanos, you guys are trying to wrangle these teens. It is not going well. They have like basically the worst rat's nest made instead of actual knots around Nikolas.
Okay, well, this is either going to maybe work or it's going to hang him in rock form.
I mean, thankfully he can't, die because he isn't breathing.
Well, Jonas, what do you think? Think we should just try to push him in and hope for the best? Do you have your sea critters here yet or no?
I've determined that I actually do have plenty of charges to cast to summon my water weird once again. I don't know really the rules on what he could do.
Have we thought about
I guess
how horrifying this probably is for Nikolas? Because I'm assuming he's still
He is not conscious of any of this.
of any of it.
Yeah, he
Damn.
basically he does not exist right now. He
Yeah,
can-
you can draw graffiti on him. It'll be all right.
That sounds
there's
fucking-
definitely dicks from
Dope.
Uber Jobber's crew drawn on him.
I was gonna say,
I
like,
would have figured
it was
that
good.
the teenagers would have already done that.
All right, so we're shoving him into the water, and Jonas's water crew is gonna do water things.
Yeah, he
Let's take it a
says
different
it.
way
Well,
than I
we're
thought.
trying to tie him up so we have some sort of make sure he doesn't go to the bottom at least. But
What if I take a running leap and try and headbutt it? That's probably not gonna do anything. It weighs 5,000
yes,
pounds.
do it, please. Romano says yes. Please headbutt it. We all want to see that.
Yeah, roll an attack with advantage.
Okay.
You're gonna let him headbutt this,
Of course. I mean, what's he
and
gonna
advantage,
What's,
not
what's
disadvantage.
the worst that could happen?
do?
I got a fucking 20. Hang on.
30.
No. I got a 20 and a 19.
Damn.
You whore.
Wasting those rolls. So you fully just charge up and the teens scatter. They're like, oh man, what's he doing? And you manage to move him like a quarter of an inch.
Still moved him.
All right. Well, that doesn't work.
It definitely, like, you can see that quarter inch where he was, that there's just green slime from the mimic. So you're pretty sure that you had a little bit of help.
Anyway, I did the thing.
Yeah, you did it. He's off the ship now. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you guys will have to push him in. So, who's doing the pushing? Like, how are we doing this?
So
I'm willing to help.
so I'm thinking we grab like it's a dock, so you have tons of mooring lines attached to like stakes.
Oh, I mean, he's
They come-
absolutely wrapped up. The teens have made a rat's nest of rope around him.
Oh, for sure. No, I just meant I want to grab some of those pin like mooring stakes and do some like ancient Stonehenge rock moving on him. Like if we can lean him over onto those pins
That's smart.
and push, like with all of us pushing, might actually get it to budge. And with Ramonis's towing power. Might be able to
So
get him up
who-
front and the rest of us
I'm
pushing.
not as strong as you think, but yeah, I'll try. I could try.
So who is doing the pushing to get this underneath of Rockless?
Proculus, I like it.
You were waiting to say that, weren't you?
No, it actually just came to me.
Oh my god.
So I imagine one of us tries to tie a rope around their massive rat's nest, winch it around the mast, tip him up backwards, and slide the.
Right. I was just asking like
Yeah.
who, but I mean, if it's going to be more than one of you, that works. I just was trying to figure out logistically how you guys are going to make this happen.
I'll run the winch.
Nope.
You'll
Time
also
around
have
my
to-
frickin' waist.
Not just his waist, his freaking waist.
Yep.
Frickin' waist.
Yep.
Get your frickin'
frickin'
waist over
waist.
here.
Okay, so Romanos and Jonas, you guys are doing the heavy lifting here.
Yep.
Okay, so I need you both to roll.
And I try to corral the teenagers too, and I'm just like, hey, you fucks, you're not getting paid unless you help as well.
So two of the teens go over to like help pull. Two more of them are there to like kind of push against it to make sure it doesn't tip all the way. Obviously, they can't stop it if it tips past a certain point, but like to try and keep it under control. And then the half orc teen is like, yeah, I can be the guy with the thing to like put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can go
okay.
sit in a corner. And I look at one of the other teams, and I'm just like,
Do I still get
is he
paid?
just the slow one out of your group?
And the others are like, he's actually really smart.
That's right. I forgot. When everyone's that age, they're fucking stupid. So fuck.
And then it never gets better for some of us.
Never does. All right. Well, then I look at Gil and Athos here, and I'm just like, you guys gonna help then too? No.
Sure. I already moved it a quarter of an inch, but yeah, let me just do the rest of the job for you.
Yeah, you might as well. You know.
Gil actually moved it a quarter inch the opposite direction it needs to go.
Yep.
That checks out. That checks out.
Yeah, that seems legit. All right, so Jonas, Romanos, I need you guys to roll a strength check. Athos, are you assisting as well, or are you just observing?
I was observing from like kind of far, like not too far, but
Right.
I was gonna watch them try once and then walk up and offer to help,
Okay.
if that helps.
All right.
Alright.
Well, let's
Yes. 16.
try it. That's gonna be a 16.
That seems
Ah.
fresh.
What? 13 plus 3. I know
I
math,
just-
kind of.
Just giving you shit because that's what Jonas got too.
I was just a straight 16 though. Don't have a bonus.
He's
I
very
got a
strong,
bonus.
very strong fishy man.
Yeah,
So-
I'll 5'9" of my Aquaman, 5'10" maybe. Aquaman frame.
I mean, that's only short because of almost everybody else you've ever met except for Gil.
I look back at Jonas and I'm just like, if this doesn't work, we need you to beach a whale so we can like have something for it to for Nikolas here just to kind of roll onto and then roll onto the shore.
Oh, see if I know any of them. They're here. Good idea.
Tell him it's a suicide mission, but they will die with honor.
I
Oh,
don't
we
think that's gonna go very well.
Yep. it
we
will.
can get him back in the water. There. No.
All right. So with our double 16s, you guys managed to tip him back just a little bit, and the half orc, I'm gonna have him roll a dexterity check, and yeah, he manages to get the pin underneath. But you guys
Woohoo.
still have to get the other side at a minimum. So I need you guys to roll strength checks again.
Hey guys, you need help?
Yes,
Yeah,
please. What were
maybe.
you doing over there?
I just like watching you guys work. I'll help him this time.
Athos likes watching those hardworking boys.
I'm more of a
That will be an
supervisor.
18.
Get a 12.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Damn right.
Where were you the first time?
That's
Watching
right.
him sweat.
That's right, kitty cat. Show him how I taught you.
Hey, now. I don't think you should talk to me that way.
Pretty sure it
Any
was.
way I
this
feel like
meeting
it.
was
I've been
stupid.
having to deal with teenagers while you go on an adventure with Gil and probably talk shit about me the entire way.
Yeah, you didn't come up.
I know when you're lying.
I'm
Thank you for
not.
trying to protect my feelings. I respect that, but no.
But he has no feelings.
Yep.
He's too edgy.
You have feelings?
Shut up.
He cries a little bit.
Oh, it's okay. It's good to
Alright.
cry.
No, that was my one cry of the year. I'm done. I'm good. Got to maintain that mental health somehow.
Jonas, what did you say you got?
A 12.
Okay. So, Jonas, you feel your webbed hands slipping on this rope, but Athos and Romanos are able to pull the other direction, and you guys are able to get a couple more pins underneath, so you can do the rolling maneuver.
Sweet.
All right. So I'm just going to speed this along because I didn't actually think about how difficult it would be. And you guys,
If I would have had a 5th level spell slot, this would have been a lot easier.
sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, fuck me.
That's a good point, Gil. You probably could have. Also, Jonas definitely could have, but why do that?
Yeah, I didn't even
Could
think
have
about
what?
that.
Bardic.
Oh, who knew? Who knew I'm playing a bard this week?
It's a mystery. All right. So anyway, you guys, it takes you like the rest of the day, but you are able to get Nikolas unloaded and onto shore. You also managed to roll him down to the nearby tavern. They're not going to charge you for an extra room or anything, like extra bed, because they're just going to use him as like a hat rack until you guys are ready to come back for him. So,
Think of the
Say,
marketing.
we're pawning him out as a statue in coat rack. All right, we know
Yeah,
his
like-
value.
Like this is a rental. Like this is like a
Yes.
party decoration.
Along the
You will
way,
get
I
more
would like
business
to
because of this
flowers.
thing.
what did you say, Kara?
Oh, I would like to pick flowers along the way if I see any to decorate around the base of Nikolas whenever we put him wherever we're putting him.
In the like main area of the tavern, like in the entrance.
Yes. Yes.
I would like to attempt to persuade the tavern owner to pay us to let us leave Gil there, or not Gil. Nikolas. Don't leave me.
I second that.
So she says, I'll take a gold off of the stay.
What about 2 gold?
You can just take your friend and leave.
What about 1 gold?
I'll allow it.
Perfect. We'll take it.
Lawyered.
Nikolas is looking pretty as heck.
Oh, absolutely. Even more than usual.
Yeah, he's my
I
flower
then go
boy.
over to the teenagers and I give them each a piece of gold, and I'm just like, all right, idiots, you guys need to even a big strong soldier like me knows that you have to read a book every once in a while or a scroll every once in a while. That's what this needs to go towards. So I'm guessing you guys are probably going to buy wine with it. So that's good too, to ruin your brains even further.
And the half orc just walks into the tavern and says, "Hey, Mom."
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So speaking of books and scrolls, who wants to go to the library?
Are you guys just not going to sleep?
Let's see.
No, we
Yes,
can't. I was just going
sleep
to tell them that
now.
we have to go at some point. because he had mentioned books and scrolls, and I thought it was an appropriate point to bring it up to them.
Yeah, books and scrolls and books and scrolls.
Yeah.
Gotta get me some books and scrolls.
All right. So after another long rest, you guys wake up refreshed, have your nice little tavern breakfast, and start to make your way out of the city towards the
No,
library.
that doesn't fly. You're gonna have to give us full details of the breakfast. Was it moist? Were the muffins delicious? Were they soft?
They were gaping.
They were buttered.
Anyway, it's a very nice, basic like oatmeal. You're
Now,
a fucking
I
goat
didn't-
man.
I didn't pay for this tavern to eat oatmeal.
You're a goat man. You love grains.
That is a stereotype. My bottom half is
also
goat.
true.
My top half is not goat.
That is news to me.
Oh my
Although-
god, I thought the top half was goat.
That would be a way better Seder design if the top half was goat.
The bottom half is not goat.
Just human legs with a goat body. Oh, that sounds like a disaster. I'm here for
I like it. Picasso.
it. All right. So you guys make your way to the library. It is a few miles out of the city. And I forgot to come up with a name for it because I'm not just going to use the exact same one.
The Infinian Library of Infinian.
Is there a taxi driver cart man carriage?
Taxu
Javar
Javu,
does
maybe?
not. Yeah, Uwu Javar does not have a brother who works as a cart driver.
Rip.
Yeah.
And it's a long way to the library when we're walking down the road. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
With Jonas riding shotgun, listening to bitch and Romanos. Oh, yeah. Walking
You're the
down
fucking
that
shotgun
highway, gonna read
How
us some books
long
and
is this walk?
scrolls.
It's a few miles out of the city, so
Is that happening the whole time?
Oh,
yes,
hell yeah.
it's much like whenever Jonas was donkey singing about going to the city of Mida. But now there's two of them.
Athena, grant me wisdom and patience.
I just sing
That's-
louder.
That's the pussy way to go about this.
Well, I
Aries,
am a
give me the
cat.
strength to hoof this motherfucker in the ass.
Nah, this is a horse thing to do. Okay. That's on brand.
So you all make your way to the library. And this is an enormous structure. Like multiple levels. It is surrounded by 30-foot stone walls. And you see that it has, I would say, about a dozen or so different towers. And once you reach the gate, there is a pretty similar hustle and bustle inside to what you would expect back in the capital. It is just as busy as the capital itself.
That's a badass sounding library.
It's basically like a small city unto itself.
Is it just me, or do these walls remind you of Nikolas a little bit?
Oh no, too soon. Too soon.
That was a good one. I'm going to write that down in my book of jokes.
Thank you.
Shit, he's got a
Anyway,
book. Oh,
I
do
wanna go
perceive
inside.
That can I see him getting it? His book out.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's not very.
I'm going to be trying to reach for it just so I can burn it because I'm just like
No,
this.
no
might stop,
burning
like
books.
10% of the annoyances I hear per day.
Yeah,
That's-
so
That's not very nice.
I'm gonna stop the burning of books outside of the library. That
yeah,
seems
so I mean,
bad.
since you guys are already at the entrance of the library, as Romanos is trying to grab this little notebook or scroll or whatever that Gil has that he's about to write in, you, Romanos, can see that this just very old, very like frail looking man comes up to you holding basically like a ruler. And he says, "Excuse me, sir, there is no burning of books here. This is a place of learning. We treat books of all kinds, even personal writings, with care."
Ma'am. I'm gonna tell you this. Whatever is in that book will make whoever reads it dumber.
And he says, I don't know who you're talking to, but
Mister. Yeah, sorry. You. I've been hanging out with too many people here today. Everyone's starting to meld together and look the same. So.
Yes, I do look much like a centaur, satyr, Lane, and Triton. Me,
Right? They all meld together, right?
Yes, I the human librarian, look just like all of you.
Thank you. Somebody who understands.
So this is a place large enough you could see it for basically the entire journey. Like once you left the city walls of Athenian, you could see it off in the distance. And you see that there is a large sign, like a stone tablet with engraved words that basically gives you all the rules, about no eating in the library, no running, no yelling. There's no fire magic allowed. It's actually warded. It says like it will prevent all fire spells, so don't waste your spell slots. And then there, like further in, is another sign that kind of gives you a breakdown of where different types of books are.
So I want to gather everyone at the rule board, and I am going to like read them to everyone, especially Gil, and be like, "No funky business. Follow the rules."
I've been a part of military safety briefings before. Can I leave and go check out some things I want to check out here? Because
yeah, you're excused. I'm not worried
All
about
right,
you.
see ya.
Honestly.
And when you say you've been a part of them, you've been the cause of multiple safety briefings.
Yes, but I have learned what I can and can't get away with. So.
Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, no.
You could have just stopped at "don't do anything."
Read a book.
Okay, so once inside, there's basically like a map, like you would see at a theme park like Six Flags or something. So it's like you are here, and then you see all the different towers and buildings and things like that. So inside of the library, there is an inn called the House of Rest. There is a tavern, because it is basically a small city, so people have to go somewhere to just relax and eat and drink and blow off steam. Speaking of which, there is a bathhouse and a steam house. There is the House of the Binder, where you can get a copy of any of the texts within the library for a fee. In several of the towers, you can go to have like a quiet room to study. There is a temple to really just the whole pantheon of Greek gods. An outfitter and a clothing store, smithing stables, and then just like the library proper. And Athos, you know that the library proper is probably where you need to be going for sure.
I feel like that Romanos and I should have little booties on our hooves, because this place sounds like it's going to be very echoey.
There's actually a magical word for hoof sounds as well. It muffles them.
They sell booties in the outfitter store.
Personally, I think the booties would be way more fun. What do you think, Romanos?
If you dare and try to put those on me, you will see how far a horse leg can go up one's anus.
No fighting in the library.
That's
Yeah,
actually
Romanos.
We weren't fighting. We were having a civil discussion of what will happen.
very civil. Yes.
I would just like to say that I am just very excited to be here, and so like my fur is standing up like I would be scared, but I am just incredibly excited. And then I'm gonna tell everyone that I'm gonna go to the what was it called? I'm so sorry.
I don't know what
The place I'm supposed to go.
the library.
Oh, okay. I thought it had a specific name.
No, just the library proper.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to the library, guys. You can come with me or not. I don't know. There's a lot to do here. It's a really cool place. And then I'm just gonna like go off with like bounce in my step.
Is there a songbook section?
Oh, absolutely.
That's
There
where I'm
is
going.
sheet music, lyre tabs, lyrics.
I need to learn more songs for my
Yeah.
buddy Romanos. I know he loves them.
There's actually like a thick scroll, and it just says Ultimate Lyre.
I'm
Yeah,
going to pick up a
this is
few
the one.
scrolls. A couple, one is going to be, military tactics. Other is like weapons, new weapons training. And then the last one is finding inner peace when surrounded by idiots.
But secretly inside of the military tactics, he has like erotic fan fiction.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's actually what you read the entire time you were in military school. You're just like,
Mhm.
yep, tactics, yep.
But was it erotic friend fiction?
No.
It could
No.
have been. He could be Tina.
Oh, fuck.
It's all about butts. He does have the biggest butt of any of you, for sure.
Some would say that Romanos can be a horse's ass.
Oh, man.
Who gave him a joke book?
I was wanting to burn it. Apparently, I was told that was wrong.
He was actually born with a joke book in hand.
It's part of the
Your poor mother.
Satyr Bard proper.
My statement still stands.
Yeah, the paper cuts, man. It's awful.
Well, I was thinking about going to one of the study rooms first instead. I need to read the scroll in a private place.
But you also know that you can read that at any point.
Yeah, but I thought it might give me some insight as to what types of books to look into.
I mean, that's fair.
But I would rather read that alone than,
Right. Well, and you do see like initially you're kind of perusing the stacks of the main library. You have some alone time. Jonas, actually, you're the only one I forgot who didn't say what they were doing. What are you reading?
I'm not going to the library yet. I am headed to the smithy.
Okay.
My old armor from my homeland it's not as practical here. So
Noisy.
want to do some upgrades. And then I'll join them back at the library and maybe look at the oceanography, cartography section or something.
Some comic scrolls, Fair. Okay. So Athos, basically everybody has kind of fucked off to do their own thing, more or less. Like, they're not far away, other than Jonas, who's in a totally separate building. But you have some alone time. Would you want to read the scroll now?
Am I able to get into a private area not around all the other people in the library?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though it is a very large library with a lot of people, I mean, once you get into the library proper, there's so many different stacks, so many. Yeah, I know. I realized I said it, Dan. But there's just rows and rows and rows, and there are very few people who are actually anywhere near each other unless they are on purpose, like if they choose to all get together as a group.
Okay. Yeah, I'd go to like probably the most secluded area with like a table or area wherever to read my scroll. Sure.
Okay. So as you kind of find like a quiet corner and you pull this scroll out, it details that something from beyond like the known world has been attacking Olympus, which kind of ties in, you feel like, with a previous vision you had of Hades and Persephone being imprisoned and Cerberus being seemingly like drugged. You know, you could just see that he was doing a little snoozle, but it definitely didn't seem natural. He wasn't just taking a dog nap.
Mm-hmm.
So roll an insight check for me, or religion, whichever's better.
We will do insight. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So you definitely feel like these things, this previous vision, and then this recent vision, are very strongly related. And basically, the scroll that you got from the priestess says that in your vision, you saw like writhing black limbs, just unspeakable horrors with multiple eyes, multiple mouths, amorphous shapes that were ever changing and seem like nothing that is seen naturally in this world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I want to look for any text on otherworldly creatures, and I also want to look into like Olympus and like what defenses it has.
Okay. So I'll say from where you are, the closest would be kind of the layout, the geography of Olympus. And you're able to find a few different scrolls on that subject, and you kind of like tuck those just so that whenever you get everything gathered, you can sit down and read it all at once. And as you're going to look for more of like the otherworldly, you just feel, as you walk down that aisle, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
I'm gonna go down that aisle.
Okay. So
Gotta trust my intuition.
So as you step further down that aisle, the air around you grows suddenly chilly. A cloud of vapor begins to shimmer along the nearby shelves, growing thicker around a nondescript, leather-bound scroll. The mist suddenly coalesces into the vague form of a young woman. A translucent spirit wearing a servant's uniform and bearing the symbol of a tree outlined by a rising sun at her shoulder.
Would I recognize that symbol?
You could roll a history check, but I will say the DC is going to be pretty high, so.
No, I don't know.
That bad?
I rolled a 1.
Excellent. Yeah.
Hi, is she cute?
Yes, but the issue is, she is weeping aloud, like
Oh.
actively, just tears streaming down her face. And as she opens her mouth as if to speak, you notice that she has no tongue.
Oh, this is interesting.
As you say that, she begins to moan in anguish and reaches towards you. And as she is like nearly touching you, the mist disappears to nothing and the spirit fades.
Nobody's gonna believe this. Does the book look still like iridescent? Or
The book wasn't iridescent. I mean, it's a scroll, and it's just like a leather bound scroll.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. So you pick it up. Are you taking it back, and are you gonna tell anybody else, or are you just gonna peruse it yourself?
I'm gonna put it with my rest of my reading materials, and I will read it whenever I read all them.
Right. Okay.
I'm not gonna tell them about it yet.
Gotcha. Jonas, we're gonna cut back to you real quick since you had a mission here.
So I imagine I've made my way to the blacksmith, and I am perusing the new, probably whatever sets of armor that they have on hand. So I'm looking to purchase a new set.
Okay. So a young man approaches you and says, I see you're admiring the armor. My name is Axelius, and this is my store. How can I help you?
Well, Icelius
Axelius?
Axe with an A.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Axelius.
Yeah, he immediately, like, as soon as you mispronounce his name, he's like, actually,
Oh, Jonas is just. Oh, so sorry. Must be all the water in my ears. We've had quite the journey.
he just he laughs pretty heartily.
Yes, as you can see, well, I'm not exactly dressed for the finest in the city. Plus, I found my hometown duds are a little impractical for the journeys where the journey has taken us so far. And do you have any breastplates you believe would be my size?
He says, well, what are you, like a 7.5?
Look down, like I would have said an 8, but you do this every day.
Yes,
so
yes, sir, you are absolutely right. You would know better than I would. And he says, I've actually got a nice 8 over here. And he says, we don't get many Triton here. What brings you all the way to our fair city?
Well, that would be too long a story to tell, but things got weird, and we found our senators, and we really have had a time with some witches, but that's in the past. Hopefully we'll have better luck.
His jaw is dropped, and he says, you must lead such a glamorous life.
Well, glamour is not half the life, but I do get around, to many different places that are not the sea. At least live late.
And he is absolutely like eating up your every word. And he says, good.
No, as I just like struggle to try to come up with something that doesn't tell what we've actually done, but just enough to like satisfy his curiosity.
Right. Yeah, no, he's loving it. And he says, yeah, so did you want to wear this out, or do you want me to bag it up?
Yes. I'm free to do whatever. If you don't send me any Tritons, maybe you could repurpose this to something else that someone might want. But I'll keep this one, and you can keep my old set.
He says, do you mean that?
Yeah, you seem like a nice fellow. Maybe you could study it and make me a better version that next time we come by. There might be a new improved model for us fish folk.
And he chuckles again, and he says, I will absolutely do that, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.
Next time I come by, there's like Nike with Triton armor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Well, I thank him and assume do all the adjustments to make sure mine fits and
Yeah, and
And-
he says, I absolutely, if you want to wear this out, I can help you to get it on. It can be a little tricky the first time.
I mean, I could probably manage, but sure, why not?
And he says,
Thank-
the breastplate, it fastens so different from what you're probably used to.
Okay. Just let him do whatever. He seems enthusiastic.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. All right, so Gil and Romanos, what are the Hoofy boys doing?
Well, I am still researching new songs and also new jokes to add to my joke book. I would really like to find some new jokes geared towards Romanos's attitude.
And so as you're
I feel like he needs to be cheered up.
So as you're perusing your joke scrolls, you see Athos just walking kind of fast out from the stacks.
I am going to pursue
In hot pursuit.
hot pursuit, clippity clopping the whole way.
It's muffled.
But I also have a limp, remember, so it's kind of more like it's an offbeat limp hop, clippity clop.
Yeah.
I do the clip clop, the clippity clap. I do the clip clip clip, and you don't stop.
Beautiful. Romanos?
I mean, I'm still like reading my book then as well, books as well. Probably
Yeah.
more on to the book of rather than I already know all I need to know about military stuff. I'm on to the how to deal with live with idiots, scroll
Right.
and whatnot, trying to find some sort of inner peace, and it's just
Existential
infuriating.
crises for edgy boys.
Yep. And it's just making me more and more infuriating because I just don't believe in whatever it's saying on the scroll. I think it's just a bunch of,
Basically,
Doc-
Romanos is reading self-help books and being like, fucking bullshit. This is stupid. Who would write this? The whole
who
time.
the fuck would fall for this bullshit?
But he's also
So-
like scribbling down notes secretly.
Jeez. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Did you say that we there was some
Well, so
who
Gil saw Athos kind of making her way quickly out of the shelves, and you didn't initially see Athos, but you definitely can see Gil in hot pursuit of her.
so I see this commotion. I'm just like, okay, that's probably something I need to investigate here. All right. So I get up and get a hoof on. So
Okay. So Jonas, after Axelios helps you get your armor properly fitted, are you making your way back to the library?
Yeah, that would be my next move. Like, so long, buddy. Well, stop by next time I'm in town, and I head off toward the library.
Okay. And he's waving enthusiastically, just super excited about the whole thing. And so as you make your way into the library, you have kind of a general idea. Athos had mentioned where she was going, or what more or less she was looking for, because she already knew some of the stuff, just not all the details. And so as you make your way to that section, you see the rest of your party kind of just booking their way through the shelves. And Athos, where exactly are you intending to go?
I would like to reserve a study room for all of us, like community style.
I was gonna say. Oh, there's already a guy in there named Chang.
I hope he gets Changnesia. I thought his name was Kevin.
All right, so you go down to the little desk, and there's just a a very mousy man, and by very mousy I mean literally he is a mouse man,
Oh,
an anthropomorphic
Meow,
mouse.
meow.
And he just says, hello, how can I help
Hi.
you?
yeah, I'd like to reserve a study room for the foreseeable future.
Okay, yeah. There's one just down the hall, and he hands you a key.
Thank you. Do I need to fill out this sheet or are we good?
And he just says, I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay, thank you. Does he seem scared of me?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just
That's-
try to be extra nice to him and not like enforce the stereotypes that cat and rats can't be friends.
Cats and mats.
Cats and rats.
Oh my god. And you know Matthew with all the cats.
I do.
All right. So you make your way to this study room, unlock it with a little key. And as the door opens and you all enter, it just feels like there's something like extra magical about this room, almost as if it is like soundproofed against anything outside, and vice versa. Like whatever you do in there won't be heard, and whatever happens outside won't be heard.
Guys, does this room feel magical to you?
No.
Oh, I'm just so happy. But anyway, let's get to business. And then I would like to show them the scroll that I got from the temple.
Okay.
What is this?
So I had a vision at the Temple of Athena, and I don't remember any of it, but one of the witnesses accounted it for me in this scroll. And we may have some big work cut out for us if you're willing to help me. I know I have to do this. You definitely do not, but you're more than willing to, more than welcome to come with. It's actually, I would really probably benefit.
How long have you known about this?
Since the temple,
So yesterday.
before Nikolas, right? When you were pushing Nikolas into the boat, I was having a vision.
Okay. Well, could have been a little sooner, but that's all right. But I
You
mean,
guys had to take
I'm
a
all
nap.
for I'm all for busting heads. So
Yeah. You guys were all tuckered out from pushing Mr. Stony Baloney. Had to
I
take a little
did
nap.
mention we had to go to the library. I just didn't disclose why.
seems pretty shady to me, but
Can I
that's-
read? Can I read the scroll?
The one that, like, which one? Because she has a couple.
The ones
Also,
that are telling
Athos-
us.
Well, Athos, did you mention? Oh, the scroll from the temple.
Yeah,
that
that's the only one I've offered up so far.
Right. I was trying to clarify because you had a few different scrolls.
Yeah, just the scroll from the temple so far.
Okay. Are you going to mention anything about the weird encounter?
Yeah, I was gonna do that after we got through this part.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Gil, so you
Continue.
asked to take a look at the Athenian scroll. Okay, cool. We'll move on from that then. Just fuck me. No, so Athos, would you like to relate what happened?
Okay, so when I was looking at books in the library, a weird crying spirit with no tongue emerged around this scroll, this leather-bound scroll, and I haven't opened it yet, but I don't know what we should do about that. It was definitely was not anything I've ever experienced in a library before.
Sounds very
Also,
scary.
also I have a scroll on about Olympus and its layout because that might be pertinent. I think that's everything I know.
Aw, that's adorable.
Oh, I forgot that I just sent that. Arlie napping on the monster manual.
She's our little monster.
It's true. It's very true. So, Athos, are you inspecting the ghost scroll?
Yeah, and I want everyone's opinion on what if we should even open it.
So, as you're looking, the case that it's in has a crest, which looks just like the crest that was on her uniform, which is a tree. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it's the case is bound in leather with brass like end caps basically, and it has the same symbol, which is a lemon tree with a rising sun behind it.
Can I roll to see if I know what it is with my history check?
You absolutely can.
Because I'm assuming we can also see said scroll and this symbol and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all in the same community study room.
18.
Okay. So you have traveled quite a bit, and you can recognize that this is the seal of the Xanthi family.
Yes, they sound very wealthy. This is the very important people. I hear they don't have tongues.
So, Athos, as you open the scroll, hey, quick. On the very first page, it says Sophia of Xanthi Manor. And you see that for a lot of the scroll, it seems like it was like a child writing. You see a lot of it is just kind of like nonsense and backwards letters and misspelled words and things like that. And then there's just like the equivalent of pages and pages on a scroll of just Sophia over and over, seemingly like a child practicing writing their name. And the further it goes, eventually you start to see what looks like maybe a slightly older child. And you definitely get the strong sense that this is a personal diary. And so like, though there's a handful of writings from like awkward teenage years and things like that, but the bulk of the text, like the seemingly important stuff, is from whenever she goes and begins working as a servant at the Xanthi Manor. A lot of it is just kind of describing herself and her life, like at the manor, and most of them, they don't have like dates or anything like that. And then there are some writings about the lady of the house, Lady Marini, who was not of like noble birth, but came from like a common family before she married the lord of the house.
Yes, that checks out. A gold digger.
Jesus, Dan.
She take my money. And I'm in need.
All right. So,
We can't sing the next part.
yeah. So the last few entries were from about 5 years prior to now. And the tone is suddenly much different. Like before that, it was just kind of routine, day to day, whatever. But the last few days worth of entries, the tone is very worried and very concerned about the strange behavior of Lord Basilios, the Lord of Xanthi Manor. And the final entry in this diary reads, I stole close to the Lord today. and saw he had chalked a circle marked with strange symbols across the floor of his study. A puddle spread within and appeared to me as bubbling blood. The Lord stood next to it, motionless, one of his vile books in the hand, and muttered something I could not hear. I slipped away quickly, though I fear he might have heard me. I've never been so scared, but I must tell the lady what I've seen. I must. And there's nothing else after that, aside from a crude drawing of what you can assume is the circle she was describing.
Does anyone recognize this circle symbol? Also, does anyone know anything about this family? If not, I know we can look it up. We are in a library.
I can roll a history check about the family, but I don't have any arcana.
I didn't know the symbol, so I would imagine I don't know anything.
I mean, you could roll an arcana check.
I'm gonna roll a history check about the family.
Do it.
17.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. Athos, you know that this is obviously some sort of like ritual spell, but you're not entirely sure what spell.
Okay.
Gil, you have heard that something had happened. Everyone at the manor had been murdered about 5 years before. And so that's kind of where you have
everybody was murdered at this manor about 5 years ago. I remember hearing about this on the local Crier News. CNN, Crier News Network.
Oh, come on, though. You can't trust half the things that come out of their mouths.
Oh, man. All right. Do you guys have anything else you want to do?
Should we draw the symbol and see if something happens?
Maybe.
Do you know
Jill,
what it
sounds
does?
like you're volunteering. You want to cut your hand here and smear it and see what happens?
Well, maybe we shouldn't, because I just rolled a nat 20 on just a wasted roll. And so now that
Man,
means
you
next
gotta
one-
be kidding.
Should we maybe go back down to the library and look up symbols that look like it and see what they do? Potentially? Like, that could be wasted research if we don't find it, but we also could not die.
But what if we show somebody the symbol and they're a bad person?
Oh, I was just saying we do our own independent research. We pick a topic like spells, ritual spells, and just bring the scroll back here and peruse for
Do
the
you-
one that looks like.
What if we went back to where you found this scroll and searched that aisle?
We can totally do that.
So you guys could also possibly ask around about Sophia or try to look for something.
I mean, we could, but that just seems too easy. We got to do everything difficult around here.
That does seem incredibly easy for how we do things.
Yeah, like that feels like a trap, to be perfectly honest.
I don't want to lose my tongue too. If we find the wrong people who know about this spell.
I am Gil the Golden Tongued. If I lose my tongue, I lose my source of income.
I vote we do it.
Yep, let's do it. Let's draw it and see what happens. We'll cut Romanos' hand for the blood sacrifice.
I'm not sure that's what Romanos was saying. Romanos, what were you suggesting?
Oh, I was saying his hand, but I was suggesting doing the actually doing the one where it risks us getting our tongues get cut out, because then I wouldn't have to listen to Gil again.
Then I'll just learn like telekinetic message or something, and then you're never gonna get away from me.
You just learn. You would somehow learn sending and just forever.
That's probably
So-
a spell I can learn. So
Yeah, probably.
Oh my goodness. So while they're discussing this, I'm gonna just decide to grab the scroll and take it to the rat
Okay.
and ask him if he knows about the symbol. Because he
Yeah.
was scared of me and I don't think he would lie.
Yeah, we definitely don't use the term rat for anything negative ever.
Also, he's a mouse.
Never.
There's a difference.
I know. But cats and rats rhymes and I
Yeah.
like it.
That's true. So you take the scroll back, and what do you say to him?
Hey, just had a quick question. Do you read the text here often? Do you get a chance to do that, or are you mainly in charge of room checkout?
He says, I do like to read, yes.
Are you familiar with ritual spells at all?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. You seem very opposed to that.
That is much too adventurous for me. I like my adventure in scrolls. Nope, that sounds terrible. But what is this scroll you have here? That looks quite interesting. And he points at Sophia's scroll.
Yeah. This scroll has a symbol that looks like it's actually, I'll just show you. Do you recognize this symbol? And I show him the symbol from the scroll.
The lemon tree or the spell symbol?
Oh, the spell symbol.
I mean, the spell symbol, he already said he doesn't know anything about ritual spells.
I know, but he's seen a lot of scrolls, so I didn't know if he would have seen it anywhere in any of the scrolls. And
he says, no, please. This Sophia, and before he can even finish his sentence, as he speaks this name, the spirit rematerializes. Just slowly, this fog starts to appear, and the wailing, crying spirit reappears. And he says, "Oh no, I have to go get my supervisor," and he just takes off.
And like we all see this now, right? Like we're all like right there, right?
I don't know. Did you guys go with her, or are you guys all just hanging out in the study room?
Jonas definitely followed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna follow. Like, except for Romanos. Romanos can go do his own thing. Doesn't matter to me.
Romanos,
Yep.
are you in the study room still, or did you follow?
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna follow the group. Why
Okay.
not?
I'm not gonna assume. Nobody said, so I didn't know.
Nope, I'm done with my self-help book, and I realized, nope, I cannot help myself from a book anyway.
Yeah.
It's all praising Daddy Aries, in order to have me get helped.
Absolutely.
Might not be the best coping mechanism, but it's all we got. So
So, as this spirit materializes in the center of the four of you, you can all, absolutely 100% see this wailing woman. And as she reappears, I think that's probably a good place for us to end this session.
But it was spooky.
whoa, why are you crying? He's been in a soundproof room. It wouldn't have been one of his songs.
And you see, she shakes her head, seemingly like saying that's not what it is.
Seemingly like saying, this is the end of the session.
No, Dan, no sleep for you.
No, we keep going on and
You're
on.
not gonna like me when I'm sleepy.
That's not true. You just fall asleep.
I just talk until I fall asleep. That's what happens. All
Thanks, guys.
right, see you guys.
All right.
Have a good week.
Yep.
No.
See you guys.
Never